Hey guys, this is the Rifleman, and I'm bringing you another Empire Total War Darthmod Let's Play. Concurrently with my United Provinces Let's Play, I'm going to be playing as Prussia. And the reason I picked Prussia is because it's such a dramatically different way of playing than the United Provinces. For the United Provinces, as I said before, you are extremely dominated by trade income over tax income, as opposed to Prussia, which it is pretty much the opposite way around. You are dominant on tax income, with trade income resulting in a very, very small amount of income because you only have one port for the majority of the game unless you expand and take a few cities with ports. Another one of the differences is that with the United Provinces, I tend to make most of my gains in the other theatres, whereas for Prussia, all of my gains will be inside Europe. That's how I'm planning on playing it. So, with Prussia, ultimately everyone's going to hate you, because in order to expand, you have to carve out a European empire, which means declaring war on a lot of factions, and then factions like Hanover and all that will start just hating you because you're expanding. So initially, what you're obviously going to have to do is unite your two starting provinces, which are separated by Gdansk, which is owned by Poland-Lithuania. You will have to be at war with Poland-Lithuania at some point. So you may as well just fight them to capture this region, to link your empire across through land. But another really tempting target to invade is Saxony. Saxony is right next to Berlin, and if I remember correctly, Saxony is Protectorate of Poland-Lithuania. So by taking this region, you are, or on the flip side, by taking Saxony, by taking Dresden, it means you can take this anyway. So you can either take both of these provinces or none. You can't really pick one or the other. But ultimately you will be fighting Austria at some point when you expand southwards. I don't really want to head west. I don't want to get into all that hodgepodge of other German states until I'm a bit stronger. And then obviously France. But ideally I want to expand down as far as Vienna and take basically Berlin, Dresden, Prague, Vienna. I don't know how to pronounce that, so just Hungary, and then up to Poland and Königsberg, and obviously these two. So what I'm going to do is move my gentlemen into my school. As usual, research file by rank as fast as I can. You are going to be fighting militarily from the start of the game, so you really, really need to get those technologies sorted out. Let's see. So obviously I'm going to end up attacking this region, but it's just a case of I don't need that. Generally I've found with Darthmod, it really eliminates the need for coaching inns, like the pleasure buildings for towns. It seems like you don't really have a problem. Unless you have 2 or more schools in a region, you don't really need it. Unless you particularly want rakes to eliminate religious leaders from other factions. So just get some basic industry up and running. Don't really need to worry about that just yet. I'll keep these guys here for the minute in case of retaliation from Poland. Berlin is a particularly wealthy region. Particularly wealthy. But it's German research technology pretty much comes down to you want to focus on industrial. You can get so much money out of industrial, more so than, again with my United Provinces, you make a lot more money doing the philosophy route and researching down this tree to get more wealth through trade and things like that. Whereas this doesn't really happen with United Provinces. You really need to stick to the industrial route. But right now you have one school, so you have to be really selective about exactly what you research. I want to fire by rank as soon as possible. But right now, just creating one strong army to sweep south and take out Saxony. What do we want? There we go. Be really careful because you start off with loads of money, but if you suddenly start ramping up armies like there's no tomorrow, then you will notice you start running out of money. May as well upgrade. Not right now. Don't really need to worry about naval. Imperial Palace. Got the money, so go for it. Opera House. I thought you could research like national observatories and things like that in your hometown, your home region. Let's do it. And just walls. Now diplomacy. Obviously, I'm going to be at war with a lot of European nations, so ideally my best trade partners are trade partners outside Europe, which ultimately reads as the Maratha Confederacy, the Mughal Empire. Maratha Confederacy generally ends up being the dominant faction. Dang it! Give me trade. Well, I'll start with Britain first. Although ultimately I think they will just cut off any trade agreements because eventually you just start getting too big and they get angry with you, but by that time you're generally so big you don't really care. Here's $2,000 to have a trade agreement. There we go. Can trade with Austria, but I don't really want to because I'm going to go to war with them and don't really want to suffer any diplomatic penalties. But right now, a nice 3,000. You won't really get any trade supplies because you don't actually have any, so it's just going to be mostly manufactured goods. I can expect to lose Poland-Lithuania's business because I'm going to be declaring war on them. So yeah, that's the thing. Just pretty much focus on getting everything up and running. But right now, declare war. Don't bother. Well, I don't have any allies, but if you did, generally you can. I tend to be really wary about calling allies to help. Oh, dang it. Auto resolve. So right now, a bit of damage control. Wait. Diplomacy, Russia, request peace. Don't really have to worry about them because initially they're quite far away from me. It's mainly Poland I'm going to focus on, and Austria. Although I am at war with Saxony, so. Ooh, just forgot. Yep, infrastructure, craft workshop. Does this region? Yes, this region has a school, which is ideal. Then I can get a second school and work on industrial. So I think I'll end turn. It's an interesting campaign to play because it is so different, and I'm probably going to play them next and focus solely on India because I don't really want to have two campaigns, at least this close in time, where I do the same thing. I don't want to have another campaign which no. I don't really want to have two campaigns running at the same time where I'm focusing on America or Europe. So I thought right now this seems to work out quite well. Military alliance. I can't trade with them. It's just a different way of playing the campaign, which I think is quite cool. And I'm at war with Denmark, I completely forgot. So I need to occupy that port and try and make peace with Denmark. Ultimately, I will take Copenhagen, so it's not really a problem. But it would be nice if I could just take them out and not worry. Send these troops here. Back them up with one unit of line. Go away, Polish troops. Retreat back to Königsberg. I have that town, but don't really want to do a whole lot with it because they'll end up just raiding me. So they'll end up as a bit of a waste of money. I think I might move this army. Am I recruiting anything? Yeah. I might make this army head east to knock out Warsaw before I end up fighting Austria. Because that's just a lot of countries to be declaring war on at once. New town emerges. I'm doing quite good in terms of public order, so I can afford to have more schools. I just have to make sure that the next village I get, if any, which, yeah, I should get a couple more, I'll turn them into a school in order to prevent them from rioting. But if they do riot, it becomes quite interesting, because I'm right now a, what to say, absolute monarchy, which means I get I get public order bonuses for the upper class, and population negatives against the lower class. Whereas a republic is the other way around. So if I wanted to create a republic, I have to cause these guys, the upper classes, to revolt. No, not revolt. I need to make the lower classes revolt. My mistake. But once this army's created, I'll head over eastwards to do stuff. Just a sec. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't really want to be fighting Saxony and Austria at the same time, because that's just a long stretch of front I need to cover. Because right now I'm at war with Courland and Poland. So I may as well knock out Warsaw, create a front here to defend myself, create an army here to knock out Dresden, perhaps have another army around here to knock out Breslau, and things should be grand. But I don't really want to upgrade here. They'll raid and take it out, which would really suck. Let's get these guys replenished. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Actually, this army on its own might be okay. Yeah, that might be good enough. But eventually, everyone will start. Austria's declared war on me themselves. Fine. Let's do it, Austria. You just signed your war on all fronts. What I wanted to avoid at all costs. Oh well. Could be worse. Could have no one to fight. It's when you end up having those super blocks of nations in late game. You have, say, you would own all of America, and the Indian faction would own all of India, and then Europe would be carved up into France and Russia and Austria. And it just becomes a game of fighting superpowers, which seems to have no end. Conservatorium. Let's move up against the Saxons, or Saxons. I'm not going to fight that. It gets to a point there's no point in fighting battles of a certain size. Do they have? They don't have fortifications. They do have mortars. So, you know what, let's do it. Okay, well, I'll see you guys on the battle map. Okay guys, here we are on the battle map. I will be advancing up relatively rapidly to try and eliminate as many casualties as possible from mortars. So, might just leave an artillery. No. There's no point even setting. No, there's no point even setting it up. Cavalry will stick to one flank, ready to see if there's an opening to take out their mortar batteries. Running them up because there's just no time. I really can't leave myself exposed to those mortars because they do so much damage. There they are. Nope, they seem determined to not let me have an avenue to attack them. In thankfully they're attacking a flank of my infantry body as opposed to the bit that's coming right at them. Gotta run them up. Some of the later Prussian cavalry looks really, really nice. Death's Head Hussars look very good. Much better than these guys. Garrison line, garrison line, garrison line. General's bodyguard. Oh, that's quite smart. I moved up. They didn't have space, so now they're forming at the centre in reserve of my troops. That's quite good. Cavalry charge their militia line. Reshuffling, so I must reshuffle to take advantage to exploit their flanks. Run my cavalry back so they don't get slaughtered just by hordes of militia in an attrition war I can't win. Done a good amount of damage, I think. General's bodyguard. Is the general going to go down? Would be nice if he did. Advance. General down. General disarray. Mortars are doing less damage than I thought because I moved up in good order against their formations. Oh, these guys look so good. Look even better with nice bayonets on them properly, as opposed to plug bayonets. Come on, Carl. These guys get shots off. Flanking fire from the 15th Regiment of Foot. Militia beating my guys. That's bullshit. Mortar shot. Where's it gonna go? My unit of pikes. Let's try to get my cav out of there. Actually, no, they're wavering. Broken. Slaughter. Enveloping them along the flank. No chance. In a maelstrom of smoke and fire. Charging my guys, I think. By accident or on purpose? Charge that militia flank. going even better. It's always a case of make sure you just keep moving your guys. I mean, I know they're going to shoot less, but just the tactical advantage it gives you is just so high and so worthwhile. Because these guys, how can they have a chance? They're just on all sides. My troops can fire at them, they have no chance. And that is the end of the battle. Victory for Prussia! This game does look so pretty. Okay guys, I'll see you back at the campaign map. Okay guys, here is the results of that fight. I lost less than 300 men compared to their 1900. Who killed the most? My cavalry. And then line infantry. A lot of experience. Nice. And I have captured their capital. Gives me a suitable base on my western flank to attack the Austrian positions. Let's not forget this school. Oh wow, I need a militia unit to sit in my port. If you sit militia units in, they can't do damage. They'll blockade it, but you won't actually lose any. You won't actually have anything damaged. I can't build a steam pump, research steam pump, because I have no worksmiths. So I may as well just pick stuff I can build. But right now, solid gain on my flank. Then on to Prague, hopefully drawing their armies westerly. And all in all, that would be quite a nice start. Okay guys, I think I'm going to end my part here, so thanks for watching, I'll see you later.